It's time for Good Game Spawn Point.
Coming up on the show, we blow up the balloons and prepare the cake for a Super Mario Party review.
Plus, our huge review of the amazing open-world racing game, Forza Horizon 4.
And I'll show you how to make a Wumpa fruit pinata from Crash Bandicoot in a brand new Crafternoon.
Okay, Jem, what goodies did you bring us back from Japan?
Of course. Well, Goose, I know you like sushi. The salmon might be a bit warm.
Thanks.
And Rat, I got you this. It's a bonsai.
Oh, thank you. It looks a little unwell.
It's fine.
All you had to bring back was yourself. Oh, it's off. It's definitely off.
Oh. One of the best parts about playing games is playing with friends.
Which is why we're super excited to buddy up for a new Super Mario Party.
It's party time! Super Mario Party is the latest in the series that brings all the multiplayer madness to the Switch.
The main mode is basically a board game turned into a video game. Up to 4 players can battle it out either solo or in teams in a bid to collect the most stars. It's always fun to see all your favourite Ninty characters hanging out.
And each character has their own special die, with its own advantages and disadvantages. You can choose to roll your fancy character die or just a regular 1 to 6 classic. I like the risk-reward of dice with high numbers, even if it means I might lose some coin. But the dice I truly love to roll is the dice of life.
Well, that risk might not pay off because while you may not need coins to win, you still need coins to win. Because that's how you buy stars. And you do this by visiting Toadette, who positions herself about the board. And to make things trickier, when playing in teams, you need to land exactly on her space.
I really like this about playing teams because it added that extra bit of challenge while I figured out the perfect path.
Totally, and I think I liked teams better in general because it's easier to make sense of the board. You plot out where you'll travel and can see all possible options before deciding to go. But when you play solo, you automatically move along preset paths until you hit a crossroads and decide which path to take. To be fair, you can look around the board before you roll, but that feels really stilted, and you need to leave it up to the luck of your roll anyway.
Well, unless you have a die with a lot of the exact numbers you need, but even then it does come down to a lot of luck.
That's kind of my main issue with this game. It feels like how well you do is luck-based rather than skill-based. In classic Nintendo fashion, the game tries to help out whoever's behind to really even out the playing field. But I think they may have gone a tad too far here. Especially awarding bonus stars at the end, which means anyone can win.
Yeah, it does make the victory feel a little bit hollow. Even mini-games feel empty because winning doesn't give you much of an advantage. The mini-games are played between each round and are a fun way of breaking up the more tedious dice rolling. Plus, you can win a few extra coin. I really liked that you have the opportunity to practice the minigame before you jump in. This makes it feel really fair because everybody understands what's happening before you get in there.
Yeah, this is where the game really shines for me. Frantically waggling as you compete is so much fun, and it really has a way of bringing the whole group together. You can also play these minigames on Challenge Road. Here you'll need to prove your minigame prowess, and it's maybe the only part of Super Mario Party that's still fun to play solo. I'm just glad they threw in something for when your friends aren't around.
Like the minigame marathon, there's a few other modes outside of your classic party. If board games aren't your thing, you can boogie down with a rhythm game or paddle for your life down a branching river of challenges. But I didn't much like the river game, to be honest. It's not speedy enough to be considered a race, and you can play the minigames elsewhere, and paddling's hard.
Yeah, it's really tiring, isn't it? New to this Switch version of Mario Party is also a series of games that use the undocked screens of 2 consoles to create a whole new playing field. So now the party can jump out of your TV screen and onto your table.
This looked so cool in the ads, but unfortunately most of them don't control very well or could have just been played on one screen. And you need 2 Switches and 2 copies of the game to play.
It's a bit outrageous, but surprisingly I did like the banana game. But it's absolutely not worth it for this feature alone. It's more like a cool demo than anything else.
Yeah, they're not that fun to actually play, but I'm always impressed with Nintendo's innovation. Not every idea is going to work, but you never know if you don't try.
Inspiring words, Goose. After all, games like this are meant to encourage fun between friends, rather than be fun just by themselves. And I think Super Mario Party does just that. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 rubber chickens.
There's a great deal of variety in the mini-games here, which keeps things interesting. But because the victories feel more luck-based than skill-based, I'm a touch disappointed. I'm giving it 2.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Well, I'm just impressed at how many features features they've crammed into this game. I may not want to play all the modes all the time, but everyone needs a good party game in their library, so I'm giving it 4 out of 5 rubber chickens. All right, cake time?
Yes.
Welcome back to Crafternoons. Here in this corner of the GGSP gaming den, we are challenged by Sunita, GGSP's production coordinator, the gluer of things to other things, and master crafter extraordinaire, to make cool and colourful figurines from your favourite video games through arts and crafts. So for today's challenge, whoa, it's Wumpa fruit from Crash Bandicoot. Actually, it's a Wumpa fruit pinata. Fun fact, you can make any kind of pinata with items you have just lying around at home, and a simple papier-mâché technique. Head over to our website to find the handy checklist and step-by-step guide for today's episode. And while you're there, check out our Roblox-style paper figurines as well. Before we get started, you're probably wondering what this goopy paper mache stuff is. Well, papier-mâché, or papier-mâché in French, papier-mâché, is a technique used around the world to create a composite material that's made from paper, cardboard and the like, and reinforcing that with paper soaked in glue or starchy water. So to get started, you want to grab your craft arsenal, it's a good name, and grab the following items. Non-branded standard craft glue, water, a few bowls, balloons, newspaper, masking tape, paints and brushes, and streamers for decoration. And if you really need it, your trusty neighbourhood expert, a grown-up, who can give you a helping hand. Step 1, build that base. First, let's keep everyone happy and lay some newspaper over our desk. Grab one balloon and inflate it to a decent size. Then make sure it's tied off tightly. Next, to create the leaves and stem, use newspaper to create the shape you want by scrunching it down like so. Then gently forming it into the shape. Apply some masking tape to smooth any edges down, or to help create a more curved shape. Step 2, make paste. Grab your newspaper and start tearing it into strips. Make sure to have a variety of small, medium and large strips. To make the papier-mâché paste, we combine 1 part water with 2 or 3 parts glue. Remember to take it slow. You can always add more, but you can't add less. Mix it up and it's ready to be papier-mâchéed. I'm thirsty from all that crafting. Step 3, adding layers. Through trial and testing, I did find that the balloon's weight does change, which can make it a little difficult to keep a hold of once you start applying the wet strips. So to make application easier, I'd recommend tying your balloon to a string with a peg or taping it down into a bowl like so. To begin, take 1 strip of newspaper and dip it into the paste. Then run the strip between your fingers to coat it evenly and remove the excess. Place it on the balloon and smooth it down. Repeat this step, making sure they are all laid down in one direction, leaving a gap around the tail end so you can remove the balloon later. Let it dry for 10 to 15 minutes and play a bit of Crash Bandicoot. Then continue adding another layer going in the other direction. And add more layers in alternating directions until you're happy with the thickness. You want to let it dry completely, so that might mean leaving it overnight. Sunita, I don't like the dark. Step 4, my favourite, decorating. Once the figure is dry, use a pair of scissors to snip the tail end and remove the balloon. I like to start off by painting mine all white. This way you've got a clean base, and all the colours we'll add later will stand out. You can add the stems and leaves now and leave it as it is, or if you want to make the funky fringe that you see on most piñatas, cut streamers into short strips. Then cut some tabs along the bottom, being careful you don't snip off the entire thing. Flip your figure over, dab glue in 3 parts on the top of the band, and apply to the surface, working from the bottom up. Now I said this in the last episode, but remember, do not overglue. Otherwise, the fringes will stick together and it's just going to be messy. But remember, even if it has a few lumps, bumps or tiny mistakes, it doesn't matter, because fruit comes in all different colours, shapes and sizes. What? Step 5, go wild! Again! Try creating other characters like the Onion King from Overcooked, or a beloved squid from Splatoon. These are also made out of balloons, using cards for the eyes, arms and legs. You can even change up the size of the balloon to make an even bigger piñata, especially if you want to fill it with goodies and delicious treats. Or a few little surprises. Add your stem and leaves to create a lid and let the party begin. And there you have it, your own video game-inspired piñatas made from one of the easiest crafting methods around, paper mache. If you craftlings want to send me a challenge or make your own piñatas, send us a photo to our email. See you next Crafternoon. Bye! Bye!
All right, Gem. Wait, what are you doing? Are you dillying?
Dillying? Me? Never.
Oh, I hope not. And you're not dallying either, are you?
No, I don't think I even know how to dally.
Good, because there's no time to dilly-dally. We've got questions to answer, my friend, like this one from Trouble. In the Mario series, why don't goobers have arms?
Oh, I think I've heard this joke before. It's so they can get to the other side. Wait, no, that can't be it. It's so they don't cause any harm? No, that can't be it either.
Well, this is pretty funny, but I don't think it's a joke, Gem. I think it's a legitimate question about the Goombas from the Mario games. Why don't Goombas have arms? Well, I mean, bodies come in all shapes and sizes, so maybe they just don't need arms. And they're pesky enough as it is without being able to throw things or use their arms in combat or open doors.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're just kind of designed that way. I think they're supposed to be kind of based off mushrooms, and mushrooms don't have arms.
That's true. I've never seen a mushroom with arms. But what about Toad and Toadette? I mean, they're mushroom-based and they have arms.
That's right. Well, who knows then? Well, let's keep things moving with a video from Alexander.
Hello GGSP, it's me again. I've got a few questions for you. 1. Can you do a mini review of Fishing Strike? 2. What are some good Pokemon games on the iOS? 3. Can you do a mini review of Slug It Out 2? Thank you.
Thanks, Alexander. Keep an eye out for your GGSP pin in the post. Now, can we do a mini review of Fishing Strike? You like fishing, Rad? What do you say?
I do like fishing, though I've only played a teeny tiny bit of Fishing Strike, so I guess I'll just dip my toe into a mini review from what I've seen so far. Fishing Strike is an arcade-style mobile fishing game. It has some surprisingly good graphics and it's quite action-packed. Balancing the catch and reel mechanics feels fluid and fun.
Did it have you hook, line and sinker?
Not quite, but for a mobile fishing game, it is pretty good.
Not really good?
Well, I wouldn't say it's really good. Oh, I see what you did there, fishing puns. I give it 3 out of 5 mini rubber chickens.
As for some good Pokemon games for iOS, well, there's Pokemon Go and Pokemon Quest, which I think are probably the best of the bunch. There's also Pokemon Duel and Magikarp Jump that are okay and free, so you can give them a try too.
Indeed, and on to your last request for a mini review of Slug Terror, Slug It Out 2. Well, why don't you do the honours on this one, Gem?
Sure. Again, I have only dabbled with this game a little bit, but it seems like for the most part, it's all about matching tiles to charge your slugs, which you then launch at your opponent. It's some classic fast-paced tile matching puzzling mixed with a bit of strategy. It's very colourful and those slugs are pretty darn cute. So I give this 3.5 out of 5 mini rubber chickens.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Moving along now to another question, and this one is from Tabitha in Adelaide. And what? Oh, it's a noob accusation.
No, for once I'd like to have one Ask SP experience that doesn't involve a noob accusation.
Well, then stop being such a noob.
Don't look at me. I have a noob accusation. You said Ultra Sun and Moon were the last games for the 3DS. That is not true. Minecraft is being released for the 3DS. That means you are noobs and must drink from the noob cup. If you don't answer my question, I will send killer guinea pigs to destroy all your cheese sandwiches. Thanks, Tabitha, though I don't have any memory of saying anything like that. Was it you, Rad?
No, I don't recall this at all. Let's see if Darren can shed any light on this current situation that we have found ourselves in.
Hello, Darren speaking.
Hey, Darren. Tabitha here has accused us of some noobery that neither Gem nor I seem to remember. Did we ever say that Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon would be the last games for the 3DS?
Another noob accusation. There sure have been a lot lately. They must be in season. Anyway, let me check. Scanning. Scanning. What's this? Oh, I think this might be what Tabitha is referring to.
As to whether there'll be any more Pokemon games for the 3DS, well, at the end of last year, someone from Game Freak said that Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon would be the culmination of their work for Pokemon on the 3DS, strongly implying that it would probably be their last game for that system.
It appears Barjo was referring to whether there would be any more Pokemon games for the 3DS. and that it was likely to be Game Freak's last Pokemon game for it. He did not say that it would be the final game for the 3DS, and I do not believe that this constitutes noobery.
Yes! Also, I'm pretty sure we've acknowledged that there are other games coming to the 3DS too, like Luigi's Mansion, for instance, and even some others due out next year.
Exactly. Oh, now, Darren, is there anything in the way of comeuppance that we could bestow upon Tabitha for these false accusations of noobery? I just think that if you're gonna step to the GGSP team, yeah, best come correct. You know, you feel me?
If you mean there should be some just desserts, some retribution, a sip from the cuppeth of noob. I do like the sound of that.
I don't know, how'd that even work?
Okay, so maybe we bottle the noob juice and then, hear me out, we send it via carrier pigeon.
I think this needs some further research.
I'm on it. Goodbye.
Right, well, on that note, we're out of time. If you have a question you'd like to see on Ask SP, fling it over here. And remember, we love to see those video questions, and it's a great chance to see if you can get your face on Ask SP and score a GGSP pin.
You don't think the carrier pigeon thing would work, do you?
Why are you always talking about carrier pigeons?
I just think they're cool. I mean, they're birds. How do they know where to take things? How do you know?
The Forza Horizon Festival is back for its 4th outing, and this time it's taking us to the land of tea, crumpets and kilts, the motherland, the United Kingdom.
Cool, blimey. For those of you who haven't played a Horizon game before, think of them as big open-world parties that try to offer a racing game for everyone.
Yeah, and they pull that off so well by combining weighty and realistic handling that makes each car's personality shine with an over-the-top sense of fun that lets you do what you like, whether that's serious racing, ridiculous stunts, or just going for a leisurely drive through the gorgeous countryside.
In 400 metres, turn right.
And this time out, the festival is running through all the seasons of the year. The world changes dramatically as golden leaves fall in autumn, roads freeze and snow falls in winter, rains turn the ground into a muddy mess in spring, and it's sun's out, guns out in the summer as blue skies shine on for days.
Now, Jem, it's a bit of a tradition here at GGSP. When a new Horizon game comes out, we take a bit of a road trip. There was the time that Darren and I cruised the Azure coasts of Italy, or who could forget the time the old crew went fanging it through the Aussie outback.
Oh, I can't wait.
Tally-ho then.
Oh, yeah, God, this is well good, isn't it?
Well, Jemima, this is a place of culture and class, so no dilly-dallying about. Definitely no flim-flamming. Jemima, what on earth are you doing?
What'd you say, mate? Late, you geezer.
Hold your horses. Oh, bother.
Whoa, fancies. Look out.
You have arrived at your destination.
All right, this is tight. Although I think I may have gotten a little bit lost. I should check the old GPS. Oi, car, where the heck am I?
In 100 meters, make a left.
Daz? Is that you, bruv?
Indeed it is, Jem. I thought I might tag along as your in-car navigation.
Oh, brilliant. I actually could use your help. I can't find Goose. Can he join the game too?
Well, Jem, while you can still play solo or offline, if you're online, you'll find your world is seamlessly filled with other players. And just about every race can be played online, or cooperatively if you like. Although there's quite a long prologue you have to get through before you can get into the proper online world.
Looks like Goose has just joined. I'll put him through now.
Hello? Come in. Jemitha, Darren, can you hear me? I'm so sorry, that intro took a lot longer than I was expecting. Shall we proceed with the review?
Yeah, bruv. This time around, you'll go about completing the usual long list of races, challenges and collectibles, all playing around in the many online modes. But one new thing I loved are the hourly Forzathon live events. These put a giant blimp somewhere that everyone races towards for a series of special cooperative challenges, like collectively launching a certain distance off a jump.
They're rather silly and easy challenges, but thankfully there's no individual scores or leaderboard. It's all just about having a jolly good time, and I thought they were delightful.
These, along with daily and weekly challenges, also pay out Forzathon points, which you can spend on unique prizes that change each season. The weather and seasons are all synced up for everyone too, and at the end of each week, the season changes. So the world continuously transforms, feeling different to race on, and offering constant new activities to keep you busy.
Well, I know I'll be returning weekly to have a gander at all the weekly shenanigans. The seasonal events are some of the best as well. These are more curated than standard races, forcing you into specific cars and spanning multiple races in championship-style events. The seasonal events offer some stiff challenge too. If you can come first while playing against more difficult AI, you can win bonus wheel spins and even new super wheel spins. The wheel spins are a little garish, but I was glad to see no microtransactions around them, and they give you a constant stream of cash prizes and free cars.
Yeah, it all felt mega generous. After only a few hours, I had a garage full of really cool cars. Plus, I was chuffed with all the new customization options you can win. There are fun clothes to wear, weird horns to toot, and of course, dance moves to strut. I did wish I could customize my face and body a bit more though. I mean, how can you give me all this free stuff and not let me change my hair color? But at least the real customizing is still there where it counts. I love how much you can trick out your cars, from crazy paint jobs to full-on kit-outs that can turn any old jam jar into a right weapon.
Oh, indeed, you can always ride in style here, and when it comes to looking good, Horizon 4 gets top marks. This is one of the most spectacular looking games I've played in a long time. I did get a bit homesick for the wild Aussie setting of the previous game. Still, there's something particularly mesmerising about the British countryside. Gosh, I could cruise through those rolling green hills for days.
Yeah, you're so right. This game is proper pretty. And the way so much of the world just crumbles and explodes as you race through it is exhilarating. It's so much fun to smash up the joint.
Yeah, but I do feel sorry for those farmers with their very fragile stone walls.
It took me half my life to build, but 'tis a fine stone wall. Well, back to it then, I guess.
Whoops. Anywho, I have noticed they've made quite a few changes as to how you progress through the campaign too.
Well spotted, Gem.
Activities are now broken down into their own mini-campaigns or stories. The more you race in each, the more it unlocks. There's also a number of new side stories like The Stunt Driver, Drift Club, and The Fastest Rentals in the World, which help add some variety to the standard races.
And of course, those epic showcase events are back.
They're always good for a laugh. Also, I've noticed they've changed the perk system too. Now perks only apply to specific cars, but since I was always swapping between so many different cars, I just never felt like I was ready to invest in upgrading just the one. I rarely ever found myself using the perk system at all.
Well, whatevs. I thought the perks were a good way to make your favourite rides stand out a bit more.
Oh, speaking of perks, you can buy houses to act as a place to upgrade cars or customize your character, and offer some unique perks like skill songs or the ability to fast travel anywhere on the map.
Well, Jemima, I fear the sun is setting on our season, and we should wrap this up. For me, this is a spectacular game, offering a beautiful and eclectic world of racing that has something for everyone, and one that's bringing people together and always changing. It's the bee's knees, and I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Too right, Gov, too right. Like a classic bubble and squeak, Horizon 4 throws everything it has into the mix. And the inclusion of the weekly seasons is a perfect way to keep races coming back for a long time to come. It's a 4.5 from me too, isn't it?
All right, you two, enough of this Sunday driving. Let's floor it back to the studio.
All right, pump the beats. Race your back, Goosey.
All right, Jem, let's cut loose. Oh. Slow and steady.
Oh, what a wild ride!
Up, up, up. It was a gentle Sunday drive.
I reckon it's the best racing game I've played this year for sure. Next week on GGSP, the legendary blue android is back. We review Mega Man 11. Plus, we go on an Astrobot rescue mission in VR.
Make sure to catch up with everything we have online, like my crazy fun ride creation from our Planet Coaster live stream.
Until then, be nice, have fun, and keep gaming. Goose out.
Jen out.
Rat out.